everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shaughnessy, and if you like my vibe, subscribe. So today I'm going to be talking about 3 fragrances that I am hearing a lot about in the YouTube fragrance community, and they're fragrances that's popular for this time of year. So I wanted to do my first official review and comparison on these 3 fragrances. So I'm going to show them to you right now. The first one is I Love Love by Moschino. I was sitting up here like, who is it by? And you know, this has been getting a lot of hype. And Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. It's been compared to this fragrance a lot. These two get compared a lot. And new to my collection, and one of the reasons why I wanted to purchase this, is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense, to compare the 3, because I have not seen a video comparing all 3 of these fragrances. So I'm going to start by sharing the notes of I Love Love first, and I have them written down. This is citrus, red fruits, lily of the valley, tea rose, cinnamon leaves, tonka wood, musk, and cedar. This one has all the most notes. And the notes for Light Blue Intense are lemon accord, Granny Smith apple, marigold, jasmine, amber wood, and musk. And Light Blue EDT is just, I couldn't really find many notes on this one. It's described as fruity, floral, lemon, lime, cedar. So let me tell you, I've done previous video comparing Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue with I Love Love, but that was the first impressions. So I wore I Love Love to work, and I sprayed and this is an EDT. I sprayed how I normally spray perfume, behind each ear, chest, my arms, and my legs. And I sprayed it at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now I smelled this fragrance from 7 to 1 strongly on my skin, where I could still, and you know, we're all wearing masks at work, so, but I will say that when I was wearing this, this is a new job, so I really don't know them well yet, and they were like, oh, this smells good in this area, and I was thinking, oh, it's me. So, and y'all bear with me, I'm nervous. This is my first like official like review, okay? And I could smell it strongly from 7 to 1. I could smell it in the air. And I also sprayed my clothes too. And after 1 o'clock, I couldn't smell it like strongly around me anymore. On my clothes, I would get whiffs of it from my clothes, and it became a skin scent after 1 o'clock. And then about, what time did I work? 4 or 5, I could not smell it really on my skin anymore, unless I was like, you know, I couldn't smell it strongly, but I could still get whiffs of it from my shirt. So I would say with this fragrance, spray heavily. It's an EDT. And I would say spray your clothes, because it lasted, you know, until I could smell it on my clothes all day until I took them off. You can smell it all day on your clothes. And with this fragrance, I would describe it as extremely citrusy. And when I spray it on my skin, I get that burst of orange just right off the bat. I smell straight up orange. And then as I wear it on my skin, it gets sweeter, and I think of an orange like drink mix scent that I get with this fragrance. And as I wore it throughout the day, it kind of stayed the same, except the citrus toned down some, and that strong, intense orange smell, you know, it toned down, and you had more, I wouldn't wouldn't say woodiness on my skin. Excuse me, allergies. I would say musky. It became a little muskier on my skin. A citrus in the dry down, and as it wore throughout the day, it became, I still smell the orange, toned down, that citrus, and I smell some musk towards the, you know, as it wore on. And it wasn't as sweet as towards the end of the day. Still sweet, but not as sweet as the mid part when I was wearing it. Now let me just check my notes to make sure I went over everything. And yeah, so that's what I think about this fragrance, I Love Love. More in-depth review. So let's just go ahead and talk about Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Now this bottle, and I think I mentioned this previously in another video, I purchased this from Amazon. I don't know, it's been some years. And I always felt like this bottle, the fragrance wasn't as strong on me, didn't wear as well, and like it wore on my original bottle. So I always thought this one was, I don't know if it's fake, diluted, or I don't know. But I never felt like this was the same as previous bottles of light blue that I have owned, you know, because I've been wearing it for over 10 years. So I wore this Wednesday. Yeah, I wore this Wednesday to work. And usually, like with other bottles of light blue, it would last on me quite a while. I felt like with this bottle that I did not smell it after I sprayed it at 7 a.m. in the morning. I did the same amount of sprays as I did with I Love Love, and I felt like it didn't last. And that's not true as in previous cases. I would say by the time I got to work, like getting whiffs from moving my arms around, I would say with this particular bottle, which I don't think is legit, I never felt like it was in my heart. I just didn't. And I still don't. That I would get whiffs for like 2 hours. And this scent on me is sweet lemon citrus, like a hard candy, lemon candy scent on my skin. It's very airy, it's very pretty. And I've always loved it. But this bottle, I don't think, it's either I purchased it as it was, I don't know. I just never had a good feeling once I received this, but I'm going to use it up. And that's why I'm not saying don't purchase fragrances from Amazon. I'm just saying this, whichever seller I bought this from, and I don't remember, y'all, it's been years, I didn't have a good experience because I didn't feel like this was, you know, legit all the way. So that is how it wore this bottle. Now previous bottles, like I've said, I would spray it, I would smell it on myself for about 4 or 5 hours, and then I would still get compliments throughout the day. I think it would last on me, you know, at least a full 8 hours where other people could smell it. And on my clothes, I could smell it. Now, with this on my clothes, it's like it's not strong as the other one. I don't know. I do not like this bottle of light blue. So I'm going to tell you with my previous fragrances, bottles of this, I would spray it on my clothes. It would last all day. And it would be, like I said, a light lemon, hard candy scent. And in the dry down, I would get some musk and a little woodiness with this one, but still very light and airy and pretty. So lastly, we have Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. And this is the one, I think I wore this Thursday to work. And this fragrance, I sprayed it same way, and I also wear the same lotion with all these too. Sprayed it the same way from 7. And this one I could, like I Love Love, I smelled from 7 to 1 strongly. After that, it became more, I wouldn't say as much of a skin scent, but I would still get whiffs of it. And I sprayed my clothes too, and this lasts on my clothes all day too. So with this one, I would say all three of these spray heavily, and I would spray your clothes too to help it last and kind of envelop you in the fragrance. Excuse me. So that was how they wore. And I would say they all wore basically, the lasting power was basically the same, because I'm going off of my light blue EDT with my previous bottles, not this one that I don't trust at all. So how do they compare to each other? To me, the light blue intense is the one that's the airiest, the lightest, the prettiest citrus on my skin and in my opinion. The I Love Love to me is the most casual. It's very, I can't see wearing this when I felt like I wanted to dress up. The light blue EDT version, I feel like you can wear dressed up, dressed down. And preface this, wear what you want, when you want, how you want. I'm just telling you my opinion. This to me is very casual, because it just smells, on me, I just smell orange. I just smell it for so long, sweet orange, that it's very casual, easy breezy. You know, I'm running around, I'm not trying to do the most with my fragrance. You know, it's just an easy fragrance to wear. The light blue intense version, I would say this one is the, if you want to say, sexier of the three, because it's not as light and airy as and pretty as the light blue EDT version. This one, I got a heavier citrus. I got more woodiness in the dry down on my skin, and it's like the woodiness came through quicker with this one. So I would say this is the sexier one. Now this one on my skin, except for the strong orange note, it reminds me more of this, because to me these two are not heavy scents, but they're heavier in my opinion when I wear them than the light blue EDT. This one is just very airy. It just feels light. It feels like you're just floating through clouds and smelling pretty. That's what I get with this. These ones are heavier on me, but they're not heavy in the sense that, oh, in the heat they would suffocate. No, these are citrus scents, and they perform quite, you know, splendidly in heat. But these two are, to me, remind me of each other the most, and which surprised me, because you always hear comparisons of I Love Love and light blue EDT, but I Love Love reminds me on my skin and the way it wears and the way it feels of light blue Intense to me. So I'm going to rate them from my least favorite to my favorite of these three. I would say my least favorite is I Love Love. Still, I still like it and enjoy it, but to me, this is it's just super casual to me. Super casual. And I'm going to talk about each bottle. This is my least favorite bottle also. And I know it's supposed to look like olive oil, but guess what? When I watched Pi Pi as a kid, I couldn't stand olive oil. So it's not whimsical, and I like it. I don't like this bottle at all. So this is number 3. I still like it, but it is my least favorite of these fragrances. Number 2 would be Light Blue Eau Intense. Now this is my favorite bottle. I love the way this bottle looks. I just love it. So this is my favorite bottle, but it is number 2 on my favorite of these 3 fragrances. And of course, the OG, ride or die, my favorite is Light Blue EDT. So in closing, I would say these are similar, and they all have, to me, relatively the same vibe, except the I Love Love is orange citrus and the light blues are lemon citrus. But they all have the same vibe, and to me, if you like one of them, more than likely you will like, you would like all of them, or at least one other one. Now, I have heard some people say that who love this, they don't like this. I haven't heard any reviews that say the people who like this don't like this. So I think you would kind of like, you're gonna like one of them. At least out of the three, if you are a fan of one of them, you're gonna like another one. So you're gonna like 2 out of the 3 if you don't like all 3 like me. The only one that's a perfume, eau de parfum, is the light blue intense. But like I said, they kind of all wear the same. They wore the same on my skin, the lasting power and all of that, because I'm going with the light blue EDT with previous bottles and not this untrustworthy bottle like I mentioned before. So I like all of them. Which one would I recommend you to purchase? I like the original. I like the original more than any of them, like I said. But if you want something close to the original, if you want an orange citrus, not lemon, get this. It is affordable. You see it at the discount stores and websites. So I would actually recommend all of them because they all give me kind of the same vibe, except to me the I Love Love is more casual than the light blues, in my opinion. So y'all, that was my first official review, a comparison that wasn't first impressions, that I wore and really got the feel of it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you. I hope it was informative, because I tried to review them how I know some people like, but also what helps me. And what helps me is to see comparisons with other fragrances and how they smell in comparison to them. That's the kind of reviews that help me the most. So like I said, I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful to you, and if you did enjoy it, please give me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment below telling me what you think of any of these fragrances, and let me know how I did in the comments too. I'm all about constructive criticism, or telling what would help you most, because I do want to help with these videos I make and have fun with you all. Please turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video, and so you can see my next review. I have quite a few ideas that's coming to me that I want to do with my channel, different things I want to start. So have your notification bell turned on so you won't miss any of that. Please share this video with anyone you think who would be interested, especially those who love fragrance and who like to just simply have a good time, because that's what we do here. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so I would really hope you would help me reach that goal, and we're going to have a giveaway and other fun things when I do reach 1,000 subscribers. So guys, as I always say, if you like my vibe, subscribe, and until next time, bye.